Come from all walks of life, a newlywed, a grandmother, a young mom driven by her faith to help others.
Yeah, in all, 12 strangers are taking part in a nationwide kidney transplant chain, and it all started right here in Atlanta at Piedmont Hospital. The Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin is here now with the story. Beth?
And Sine and Tom, this is a really powerful story, and it was powerful to witness on Friday because until last week, none of these people knew each other, but each is now a link in a chain that has allowed 6 kidney failure patients to get a second chance. And it all started with one guy who decided to try to do something good.
I feel wonderful.
It's been just 6 weeks since Steve Baumgartner donated a kidney to a stranger.
I would say I was all in once I found out that I could do this and be okay.
Baumgartner gave knowing 100,000 Americans are now waiting for a kidney transplant. And Piedmont surgeon Dr. Miguel Tan says the average wait for a deceased donor kidney in this country is 5 years.
So one of the things we try to do is encourage folks to come up with a living donor. Now, even the folks who come up with a living donor, only about 30 to 40% of them are actually compatible.
A decade ago, the story would have ended there for Susan Edwards, whose brother-in-law is medically able to donate a kidney to her, but not a match. But now Edwards is part of a revolution in transplantation, a paired kidney transplant chain.
And so what we do is we bring these incompatible pairs, we put them into our pool, and we see if they can swap kidneys with another person.
Here's how it works. Steve's kidney, donated at Piedmont Hospital, went to a man in Ohio whose wife gave her kidney to a stranger in Minnesota. That person's donor gave a kidney to a patient in Washington State. And the Washington State patient's donor gave a kidney flown back to Georgia to Piedmont Hospital.
Carla, I've got your kidney.
It's going to Susan Edwards, who at 58 has been waiting 4 years.
I'm just over the moon, excited now, just ready to get it over with.
3 days later, Susan's brother-in-law, Philip McCorkle, is back at Piedmont donating on her behalf.
I'm looking forward to passing on the blessings that's been given.
Philip's kidney is going to 35-year-old newlywed Richard Cunningham, who's in stage 5 kidney failure and still dreaming of becoming a father.
I always had faith that I was going to get a transplant. I always kept positive.
In side-by-side operating rooms, Philip's kidney is removed by transplant surgeon Matthew Malloy and then carried next door by Dr. Tan. Within just 25 minutes, Philip's kidney is becoming part of Richard.
We know that if you look at the long term, a living donor kidney lasts about twice as long as a deceased donor kidney.
28-year-old Laterrell England is next.
I'm feeling excited, really excited.
Married with a 4-year-old, Laterrell heard about Richard from his sister Zanella, who's in her Bible study.
I just met Richard for the first time on Tuesday, and he's a great guy, very cool, calm spirit.
But Laterrell's kidney isn't going to Richard, it's going to 58-year-old Beth Carnley, a rural mail carrier, mother and grandmother from Opp, Alabama, who's waiting not far away.
I'm anxious to meet who my donor will be.
In a powerful moment, Laterrell, headed for the OR, rolls right by Beth, both unaware they're here for each other. Laterrell's donor surgery goes smoothly, and her kidney is soon on its way to Beth. The transplant chain, now 12 people strong.
For our program and here locally in Atlanta, we ended up getting 4 transplants.
Out in the waiting area, Beth Carnley's daughter, Stephanie, will soon donate her kidney to the next person in line. And the guy who started all of this, Steve Baumgartner, has now given 6 people a second chance.
And Steve says choosing to donate a kidney was the best decision of his life. And a chain like this requires a lot of math and a lot of coordination, and it was all put together by the Alliance for Paired Donation. And yesterday, Philip and Richard and Laterrell and Beth met each other for the first time in the hallway at Piedmont Hospital where they were all staying. And you can see the photos from that meeting and get a look inside their transplants on my Facebook page. It's Beth Galvin, Fox 5. Sine.
Okay, we're going to take a look at your Facebook page, but you got to give us some sense of what that must have been like.
Well, it was almost spiritual, you know, to see these strangers come together to help each other in this way. Each one of them motivated to help a friend, but helping a complete stranger. It was such a powerful experience to see that.
These people are so giving, so generous.
Yes, they are.
Wow. Thanks, Beth.
Sure.
Tom?
All right, Sinead.